When work is being done in your home, your pet may be in danger. It's not something many of us really think about, but our guest today says we should. Julie Kessler, founder of Oakley's Oath, is here with some safety tips. Her first book, My Oath to a Worthy Life, is an Amazon bestseller, and all proceeds go to help her organization, Oakley's Oath. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate it.
Well, first, congrats on the book. Tell us about Oakley.
Yes, Oakley was almost 15-year-old Shih Tzu, and we had a roofer at our house who didn't tell us they were going to put a tarp on our pool, and our dog Oakley, who never showed interest in the pool, fell in that day because I think it looked different for him. It looked like a solid surface. So that day, I did not realize that my roof and pool would have anything to do with each other. I jumped in with my clothes, my purse, my phone to try to save him, and I was unable to.
So you were standing right there when this happened?
I ran in, and then I ran back out. Yes, I ran into for a quick second. It takes 2 seconds, and was looking. I have 2 other dogs, so those 2 dogs were barking. I ran out, and I tried to find Oakley. He was in the pool.
I'm so sorry to hear about that. It's obviously devastating. I would have never, ever thought that having a roofer at my house would change the pool and would somehow distract the dog. So you're trying to raise awareness about what sorts of things people should think about when they're having something done at their home.
Yes, and that day I thought to myself, Oakley took one for a child. So that day I'm like, this cannot happen. So I almost started Oakley's Oath that day. And Oakley was named after sunglasses because my husband's an optometrist, so I think that was kind of cute. But yeah, so this day, yeah, I started it, and I just think communication with contractors and service providers and homeowners will prevent avoidable accidents.
You're making such a great point because, of course, that could have been a child. I've never had a pool. I'm terrified of pools because drowning is a serious problem in Arizona, and I never thought that the risk would be increased having workers to your home because they will change things and perhaps a gate would be left open.
Yes, and mine was about a roof, a pool, and a dog. It could be a kid, a landscaper, and a gate, like you said, or people leaving stuff on the floor that an animal, a child, an elderly person can trip over. You know, so many things can happen. And if there's simple communication, less things happen.
Well, for people tuning in right now, what are a few things that you really want them to keep in mind for their family and their pets?
Definitely talk to your contractor. Say, what are you going to be doing in my house? Are you going to be coming and going, leaving things open? Are you, when you finish your job, do you close gates? Do you close doors? Where should I keep my family and pets to keep them safe while you're doing work? Are there loud noises? So many things can happen when they're in your home becomes a hazard.
You know, the first place I ever lived, I was renting when I moved here, and the owner of the home was a doctor, and he told me, be careful, kids drown in bathtubs. And I never even thought about that. I'm sure there's times when there's plumbing that create a hazard.
100%.
Tell me about your book and why you wrote it.
Actually, that was 7 years in the making. And what happened was, for some reason in my soul, I'm like, telling me you need to write a book. And I was fighting it. I don't consider myself a good writer sometimes, but I was fighting it and doing it anyway. It took me about 7 years. COVID hit, just finding the right people. And Oakley was able to be added to the book because it happened during the time the book was sitting. So it's about Oakley's Oath. I mean, my book is about family, about my experiences with my life and all the people in it and how I became the way I am and things that I've learned to help people, help myself, my children, and others to become your best self and be okay in your skin.
Well, you've got a reading coming up. If you want to meet Julie Kessler, have her sign your own copy of this beautiful book. Her event is Thursday, February 27th at Purify in North Scottsdale. Julie Kessler, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Wow.